Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird Grimoire. Welcome to the daily forecast for Wednesday, October 9th, 2024. It is the 18th of Libra and the day of the zombie. And today we're going to play the exciting game of how long will my voice hold out on this video. I know the past few ones have been a bit rough, so fingers crossed, everyone. Fingers crossed. In our planetary astrology, the sun is in Libra, cardinal air, representing justice. The moon is first quarter Capricorn, cardinal earth, representing tradition. Mercury is in Libra, cardinal air, representing the visionary. Venus is in Scorpio, fixed water, representing passion. Mars is in Cancer, cardinal water, representing seeking security. Jupiter is retrograding in Gemini, mutable air, which is to broaden perspectives. Saturn is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, to redefine dreams. Uranus is retrograding in Taurus, fixed earth, representing rebellion. We got to Uranus, and then my voice gave out. Okay, but it represents rebellion in its current positioning. Neptune is retrograding in Pisces, mutable water, representing spiritual awakenings. And Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn, cardinal earth, representing transformation. And the retrograde reminders for Jupiter, it's reconnect with your true path. For Saturn, reclaim your authority. Uranus, reconsider how you rebel. For Neptune, reclaim your magic. For Pluto, reclaim your ability to regenerate. And for Chiron, restore the heroic spirit. Our moon phase is in its first quarter, which means it's time to take action on our new moon intentions. For the Capricorn moon, the do's are strategize, pursue goals, rebrand yourself, and the don'ts are delicate relationships, conflicts with authority, and being coldly strategic. On this day of Mercury, we have a Libran Mercury that has a vision for the future. And the Capricorn moon can actually create plans to actually create that future and help it bring about in a more practical way. And a good idea is all very well, but having a step by step process is going to be required to turn it into reality. That's always going to be better and a necessary part of the process. So don't reject reminders about practicalities for any of your projects. Embrace them as the key to future success and go with it because you want to actually not just have a dream, you want it to be reality. Moment. Our tarot for today is Three of Imps. Threes represent beginnings. The suit of Imps is the emotional masculine, projective energy, the fire element, and drive. The keywords for the card are successful endeavor, creative payoff, and business savvy. So this is definitely a good sign for any of your projects that you have, whether they are professional or otherwise. You're going to start getting some good results for all of your efforts. So just full steam ahead, pursue what you've got to pursue. That's what this card is all representing. Today's Celtic Triad reads three things not good to leave: a ship before the wind, a woman to her rage, and a son to his ignorance. So if you just leave a ship to toss around in the wind, that's a fast way to lose your ship and or at the very least to go massively off course. As with any other kind of vehicle, it requires someone actually steering the course and reacting to conditions around it. And that's really an apt metaphor for life. We can go with the flow and just be tossed around by the wind and the waves, and we go wherever we go and wherever they happen to take us, or we can seize our agency and actually do a bit of steering. It doesn't mean that we'll never get drawn off course from where we want to go, but it does mean that at least we're an active participant in what's going on in our own lives. And then this business of a woman to her age, I relate to this on so many levels. It's not pleasant to speak to an angry woman. I know when I am very angry, it is not pleasant to speak to me. I understand that. But not facing her creates worse consequences. And one thing that's been observed in a lot of research on the difference between male brains and female brains is that when a woman is in an emotional place, she's very upset about something, or she's even just considering a decision, the area in her brain that has decision-making functions, the neurons keep going around in a circle. She's going all over nuance after nuance after nuance. Whereas with men, it tends to be a little bit more, this is what's going on, this is what I decide to do, and then it goes immediately to the action. But for a woman, you're having a lot more treading of the waters. Now, this can be very helpful when attending to details, but when she's angry, This means that if you leave her alone to her thought process and you are not inserting any other energy or any other perspective into what's going on, it means that she's going to arrive at conclusions that are probably much, much worse than if you had just dealt with her in the moment. And this can be very difficult because different personality types have different conflict resolution methods. So if you have a woman who's a little bit more, it is so much safer for you to talk to me when I'm angry, and you have a man of, I just want to let her cool off and maybe I can try again later, you're going to have some additional problems, and it's going to require mutual understanding on both sides, as well as self control on both sides. You know, the self control of the woman to not perhaps let her anger fester to such an excessive degree and to understand that he's wanting to have a calmer conversation when that is possible. And, you know, for the man on his part, he is going to have to realize that, okay, so there's going to be times I just need to bite the bullet and face the storm because that'll be a better outcome than if the storm continues to gain strength. So that's a little bit of word for wisdom. I don't know how many male followers I have on this channel, but if you know, whether you are single or in a relationship or married or anything else, do bear this in mind. I want you to live to see the future. And you can, depending on how you handle conflicts and how you deal with disagreements with your lady friend, that can have a direct impact on how much future you have to look forward to. Just saying. Then, lastly, a child who is never instructed or corrected is never going to gain wisdom. And of course, the child who never gains wisdom is going to make a series of increasingly terrible decisions throughout their life that have increasingly bad consequences for them. And, you know, and of course, any parent who loves their child, and I wish that was universal, but it doesn't seem to be. But you don't want them to have a harder time in life than, you know, what can really be avoided, because life is going to give its bumps and bruises to us all, goodness knows. So it is necessary to discipline the children. And when I say discipline, I'm not talking necessarily about punishment, although sometimes punishment is very appropriate and necessary. But it is about helping them see the folly of their ways, to help them stop, to think through decisions, to think through the consequences that are likely to arise from their actions, so that they can have a good life. And that can't happen without involved parents. Okay, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Alrighty. So today's magical correspondences. They are on the theme of stimulation. For this, the color is yellow. The plant is sandalwood. The animal's the rooster, and the crystal is tiger's eye. So if you need to get your juices flowing today, try making use of these correspondences, especially if you have projects that you want to really get underway, because today is definitely the day. You have a lot of good energies aligning to help you actually accomplish something productive. So if you're needing a little bit of help getting started, it could be something as simple as maybe carrying a tiger's eye crystal in your pocket. Maybe if you wear yellow, wearing something yellow today just give you a boost. Burning sandalwood incense, you know, whatever it is that you need to do, make use of these in a way that's going to actually help you be a little bit perkier, a little bit more active, and a little bit more likely to follow through with your intentions. Then for today's practices, it's Wednesday, so we'll have a Halloween slash Samhain tarot spread, which we'll be getting to in a moment. Next up, contemplate what lesson can be learned from zombies. How are you not like Mercury? What are the limitations of mercurial wisdom? And Wednesdays are curious evenings, so learn something about a place that you've always wanted to visit. So here's the Halloween spread that I found for us. And you have a lot of common characters. You know, you'll see a lot of these, and they make up the traditional. Oh, gods. Ugh. Okay, let's get through this. Hmm. So we have a lot of the traditional costumes and characters that are represented in this particular spread. We have the skeleton, the mummy, the let's see. Oh yes, you have the costume, the ghost, the devil, the vampire, the jack-o'-lantern, the black cat, the witch, the bad Frankenstein, the werewolf, and let's see. and your goodies. That's the last one. Sorry, it's a little print is a little bit small on my end. I think I did actually remember to schedule a post of this on my YouTube. So if you click on the community tab, I think you'll be able to find a copy of this spread. But all of this is about getting a glimpse of the goings ons of the season through exploring these comic characters. I would go into them a little bit more deeply, but my voice is giving out on me on this video, so let's move on. Now, for your journal, compare and contrast your experiences with forms of divination that you have actually practiced. And I would say that you have practiced for, let's see, at least a month or more. Not something that you tried one time and you didn't really get into it that deeply. Something that you've actually given a legitimate go. And think about what came more naturally to you. What did you struggle with? Just see where you are with that, because it may be that you might choose as one of your goals, post Helen, to, I'm going to really perfect one particular skill that I have. So choosing what skills you already have as strengths and deciding, okay, I'm really going to fine tune and hone this. That can be a way of not only, deciding on your to do list for the next coming spiritual year, but also it gives you a little bit of a leg up. If you know that you already have some aptitude, you're not having to fight with as many confidence issues, or indeed competence issues as you seek to develop it. So that's just something to bear in mind. So, on that note, I wish you a magical and delightfully spooky day. I hope you have a good one. I hope my voice returns soon. Um, I'm going to push through recording as many videos as I can today because I'm really behind schedule, as you all know. But yeah, we'll just have to see. But I am feeling better every day. I am making progress. So keep your fingers and toes crossed for me. And also, I should have mentioned this at the first one. I forgot to. But I want to thank the people who have very kindly extended me helpful wishes and good energy to help me recover from this, little cold. I mean, when I get an illness, it seems like it just lingers, and the older I get, the more it lingers. Ugh, very irritating. But that's the way it is. And so, thank you for everyone who's been trying to make that process a little bit shorter for me. But I will go for now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.